The President will speak to the nation from Parliament on Thursday. Earlier, we spoke to Xolile George, CEO of the South African Local Government Association. Now, we started by asking him about what they want to hear from the President.
In the previous State of the Nation address, the President prioritized the issue of infrastructure in terms of identifying specific areas where he would want to see us as municipalities receiving much needed support to strengthen the capacity. In particular, the area of infrastructure support. The areas that were identified is a number of district municipalities where allocations of funds were made available to those municipalities working collaboratively with national departments. So I would like to see a further enhancement of that allocation of resources to make sure that we respond urgently to the growing need by citizens, especially on areas of water and sanitation. We've seen recently areas in Northwest, areas in Limpopo, where citizens take to the street to express their unhappiness.
Demand better services.
Yes, to demand not only better services, just reliability of services.
As Salga, where do you come in as far as making sure that the complaints of the people on the ground get delivered to the relevant structures within the municipalities and government? Is there any role that you play in that regard, and how do you play it?
We play a particular role as Salga. We're an association of municipalities. Our mandate is to provide support, advise, and represent municipalities. We represent them in terms of the intergovernmental relations system in our country. That is, national government playing an interface in the IGR system with provincial as well as legislature. So our role is to make sure that policies that are passed at national level, laws that are passed by parliament, they must take into account the interest of municipality and not be harmful to the sustainability of municipalities. Of course, at a municipal level, you've got mechanisms that are prescribed in the law, the Municipal Systems Act, as well as the Structures Act. Those are two main drivers of engagement in terms of how a municipality is structured, how it functions, how it must engage with citizens. One of those is an element of public participation in the Systems Act, where the municipality has got to respond to citizens in a way that fulfills expectations of citizens. So they have got programs, for instance, like a petitions committee through the Speaker's office. So what we do as Salga, we come into the picture in ensuring that speakers, executive mayors, councillors and managers are given necessary training, a program that we call capacity building of key leadership of municipal, to make sure that they can play a responsive way of communicating with citizens and encourage them to partake in the affairs of running the municipality. That's our precise role in supporting municipalities.
Let us go back and revisit the Auditor General's report in the middle of last year, where overall more than 300 municipalities were audited. Just above 9% of the country's total municipalities got a clean audit. Well, there was some improvement in areas, but the Auditor General said that it appears there's some element of no consequence on the part of some municipalities. What role do you play in that regard?
Well, as Salga, we have been very vocal and on record as having advocated for introduction of what we call consequence management system for both the political leadership as well as the administrative leadership at municipalities. Because correctly, AG annually audits municipalities, and there has been a consistent factor that he points out, that in certain municipalities, although this matter was raised this year, we are still raising this matter, even this current financial year. So as Salga, we identify that at the heart of ensuring that there's improvement that is sustainable is for us to push for accountability and consequences. We are happy now that the Back to Basics program that our minister is leading identifies this as one central pillar that municipal management and municipal political leadership needs to take into account, so that there is consequence for wrongdoing, both for officials. If, for instance, annually, we know that there's irregular expenditure. At a municipal level, you've got a municipal manager, you've got a CFO, you've got people who work under them. So if it is pinpointed that this is the cause for this matter, we expect that there must be consequences that the oversight bodies of Municipal, the Municipal Public Accounts Committee, the Mayoral Committee, and the full council holds them accountable.
And that was the CEO of Salga, Xolile George, talking to our colleague Musi Makhotlane earlier about the expectations from President Jacob Zuma's State to the Nation address on Thursday.